right, we are on the record. It is June 3rd, 2019. This is Judge Wish, Courtroom 1, Session 1. Can I please have the parties announce themselves for the record?
Coffee Kennedy Swanson on behalf of the Office of State Attorney.
Cody Jordan with the Public Defender's Office.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Ali Russell.
All right, Mr. Russell. You're here in 2019 MM 4638AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause. I am gonna, well, you didn't fill out a form for the PD, but I think they represent you on all your other cases, so I'm gonna appoint them to represent you in this case. And, based on all the other cases, I'm gonna ROR you on this case, okay?
I can leave?
Just, I don't know if there's anything else holding you, but I'm not gonna take any action on the out on bond cases. Just make sure you follow through with whatever you're supposed to be doing in those cases, okay? And I don't know if you have upcoming court dates, but if you do, you need to make sure that you show up to them. Okay? All right? And you can't go back there. Do not go back to the Lynx bus station. You've been trespassed. That's the 455 North Garland Avenue. You cannot go back there. You can't have any contact with any of the witnesses there, all right? If you come back, if you go back there, you're probably gonna get arrested again. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Russell, good luck. Yeah, I took no action. Thanks. Okay, we'll reset. All right. Are you Mr. Hopkins? Tell me your name.
Oh,
Tell me your name.
Antonio Hawk.
All right, Mr. Hopkins. You're here in 2019 MM 371AA. And it looks like you saw Judge Allen the other day, and she found probable cause for count 1. She said she did not find probable cause for count 2, and the state had 24 hours to provide the probable cause documentation. I believe she revoked the bond in 2019 CF 6576AO already.
I have one moment, Sharon. I'm trying to check the email from the,
And the PD looks like they were already appointed.
we've not had any response from the officer
Okay.
as to count 2. So no objection to the ROR's count 2.
Okay, so, the probable cause finding will remain on count 1, that bond is 500, and then I will, based on the fact the state did not provide the information, and I will ROR you on count 2. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness. Doesn't look like any conditions were imposed before, so you're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness, and you are not to return to the Circle K at 277 East Main Street. That's in Orlando, Florida, so. All right, so don't go back there, okay? All right, please tell me your name.
Lisa.
Tell me your name.
Fernando Luis Baez Soto.
All right, Mr. Baez Soto, you're here in 2019 In 19 CF 7952 AO, you were arrested for possession of cocaine. I do find probable cause. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. I'm staying your bond at $1,000. You were just arrested for possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver, and you're out on bond in 19 CF 7568 AO. I'm revoking that and setting it at none.
Your Honor, he does not have representation. Under that case, there is no
Okay.
attorney.
I will appoint the public defender to represent him.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, sir.
Please tell me your name.
Arnold Chapman.
All right, Mr. Chapman, you're here in 2018 CF 3110, and looks like you were arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for your trial management conference on July 24, 2018. And the judge revoked your release and set your bond on each count at none. And I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office if
Your-
they haven't previously been appointed, okay?
Your Honor, he does have a private attorney.
Oh, okay.
I did note that in Odyssey. His private attorney's name is Timmy McLean.
Okay, Mr. McLean, okay.
Yes.
So, do you want me to rip up the PD form? Have you spoken with Mr. McLean?
No, I haven't spoken to him.
Okay, do you know if he's still representing you? I mean, he hasn't filed any kind of motion to withdraw, I don't,
It's a 2018 case, so it might have been,
yeah.
you might need to get in contact with his.
Yeah, well, I mean, until he files a motion to withdraw and it's
Yes.
granted, he's still the attorney of record.
Exactly.
So, let me look at it real quick. Yeah, so, I'm gonna leave Mr. McLean obviously on the case. I'm gonna rip up the PD form. I'm not gonna appoint them,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
So you need to get in touch with Mr. McLean because you're sitting in, you have no bond. I can't change that,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
So make sure you give him a call or have family get in touch with him, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And he can file any appropriate motions in the case,
Yes, ma'am.
all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna rip this up.
That's all.
Did Miss Isaiah Clark bond out? Okay, no action on that. Please tell me your name.
Rebecca Corbin.
All right, Ms. Corbin, you're here in 2018 CF 5555. You were arrested pursuant to a warrant which probable cause was found for grand theft of motor vehicle, and I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to have any contact with any victim or witness at the Kia dealership at 3407 West Colonial Drive. You're not to return back to 3407 West Colonial Drive. And your bond will remain state at $5,000. And it looks like the state did file an information, so that's been filed on, okay? Please tell me your name, sir.
Vasily Floryanovich.
All right, sir, you're here in case number 2019 CF 7965 AO. You're arrested for attempted burglary of a conveyance. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. In that case, you're not to return back to 3804 North Orange Blossom Trail. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. And I'm setting your bond in that case at $3,500. In 2019 CF 7964AO, you're arrested for driving with license suspended with 2 prior convictions. I do find probable cause. I'm gonna appoint the public defender. You're not to drive without a valid license. Your bond will stay at $2,400. Huh? Oh, sorry, 2,500. And then in 2019 CF 7963AO, you're arrested for grand theft, 3rd degree of a motor vehicle. I do find probable cause. In that case as well, you're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. And I'm gonna appoint the public defender as well in that case if I did not say so. And your bond will also be set at $3,500 in that case. And you're out on ROR in 2019 CF 5616AO. I'm revoking that release and setting it at none.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Your Honor. I believe that is due to no information being filed in that case.
Have a case number?
Case number 2019 CF 5616.
I have a notice of non-filing, but not a no
There's a
information.
difference.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Notice of
that was for
non-file.
ROR purposes, yeah.
You're right.
You're talking about what?
The out on law case.
That's done, right?
No. I thought it was, but they filed it.
Because of that.
Because, yes. Okay, sir, here's some.
All right, please tell me your name.
Anna Freilich.
All right, Ms. Freilich, you're here in 2019 CF 7954AO, and you were arrested for burglary of a dwelling. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office, and Mr. Jordan, you had probable cause challenge as to the burglary, and you said something about the state stipulating.
Yes, the state has stipulated to my arguments in all cases. It is, evidence only exists to go forward with a trespass, not a burglary.
I agree, based on my review of the affidavit. Does anyone have that trespass statute? Just. Or trespass, it would be trespass in a in a
dwelling.
structure or dwelling.
810.08-12.
So I do find probable cause for the lesser included offense of trespass in a structure or dwelling, which is 810.08-12. And I am gonna set your bond in the amount of $500. Okay?
We ask for no contact, no return, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
I'm sorry. I apologize. So no contact with any listed victim, witness, or any co-defendant, and you're not to return back to 443 Cinnamon Bark Lane, in Orlando, Florida, 32818, okay?
Your Honor, I do believe one of the co-defendants and this defendant here today live together.
State, did your no contact order include, or request include co-defendant?
That's fine, it doesn't have to, Your Honor.
All right,
No
so
contact
I'll
with
just
victim.
order no contact with any victim or witness other than the co-defendant that you live with.
Okay.
Can you name that person?
It's Joseph Laverde.
Okay, so Mr. Laverde, okay. All right, please tell me your name.
Joseph Laverde.
All right, Mr. Laverde, you're here in 2019 CF 7955AO. You're arrested for burglary of a dwelling. I am going to appoint the public defender. And Mr. Jordan, I agree with you as well, based on the review of the affidavit, and the state also agrees. And so I do find probable cause for the lesser included offense of trespass in a structure or a dwelling at 810.08-12. No contact with any victim or witness other than your co-defendant, okay, or your co-defendants. And,
Except for the one he lives with.
yes. Ms. Froelich. And I am gonna set your bond at $1,000. Huh?
The jail confirmed the case, the previous conviction was 5 years, conviction or arrest.
Look at his history, I don't have the date of the last arrest.
If that were the case, Your Honor, would you
I'm
be-
sorry, I didn't hear what you,
If it was the case that his last conviction or arrest was 5 years ago, would that change your
well,
disposition as to his?
he was in prison for, he got out in 2016. And so I'm showing multiple trespasses, resisting with violence, loitering and prowling, fraudulent use of credit card, dealing in stolen properties, 2 robberies, multiple out-of-state convictions, multiple Florida arrests. So I don't think $1,000 is inappropriate.
We are showing out-of-state convictions as well.
I'm not done yet.
We're done.
You're done.
All right, please tell me your name.
Willie Manning.
Okay, and Harrison and Hayes bonded? Harrison, they bonded, okay. Take no action on those. Mr. Manning, is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Manning, you're here in case number 2019 CF 7966AO. You were arrested for burglary of an occupied conveyance and battery on a person 65 years of age or older. And I do find probable cause. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to return back to 5111 Letha Street in Orlando, Florida. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case.
So, ma'am,
You're not to possess any weapons or firearms or ammunition. I'm gonna stay your bond at $5,000 on count 1 and $150 on count 2. You're also out on bond. The PD is representing you in that case in 2019 CF 6061AO. I'm revoking that bond and setting it at none.
Your Honor, I did look at the underlying case, the add-on bond case. It does, according to the police report, they doubted the alleged victim's testimony. They cast doubt upon it. And as of right now, no charges have been filed.
Well,
He was ROR'd due to a 33-day motion being granted.
well, 175 days has not passed, and I understand that, but he's out on bond, and that's part of his conditions of release is, is not to get picked up on a new law violation. So, y'all can file any appropriate motions in that division.
And Your Honor, what was the bond on the first charge?
I stated it at $5,150.
Okay, so right now,
That's a lot.
it's a defense to the charge.
All right. All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
Sharice Massey.
All right, Miss Massey, you're here in 2019 CF 7968AO. You're arrested for aggravated assault with a weapon. I do find probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You cannot have contact with the victim in the case or any witness in the case other than your son. And you're not to possess any weapons or firearms or ammunition. And she does not, there's no way to qualify for her for pretrial release.
Because it's a dangerous
Please.
crime, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm gonna set your bond at $1,500. I'm gonna reduce it from the $3,500. Make sure you don't possess any weapons or firearms or ammunition, and you have no contact with the witness and the victims in the case, okay?
Okay.
All right, because if you come back for any reason related to that or anything else, I will revoke the bond, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I wish I could put you on pretrial release, but I can't. You don't qualify, okay?
Okay.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Christian Xavier Osorio.
All right, Mr. Osario, you're here in 2019 CF 7953AO. You're arrested for burglary of a conveyance and petty theft. I do find probable cause. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office. You're not to return back to the Beacon Park subdivision or anywhere on Victoria Falls Drive, specifically 2066 and 2065, but you're not to go back to that subdivision or anywhere on that street. And you're not to have any contact with any listed victim, witness, or any co-defendant, should there be any named. I'm gonna place you in pretrial release. Means you need to follow all of their requirements, all of their instructions, because if you don't, they can file an affidavit and tell me that you didn't, and me or some other judge can hold you at no bond, okay? Don't go back there. All right, please tell me your name.
Michael Santiago.
All right, Mr. Santiago, you're here in case number 2015 CF 8195AO, and you're arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for your arraignment on August 4th, 2015. The judge forfeited your bond and then reinstated your bonds at $2,000 on each count. for a total of $4,000. I'm gonna appoint the PD to represent you if they weren't previously appointed, okay?
Okay. And you also, if you pay, you still have to have business. Yeah. So they can plan. I mean, they might not come and get you until you pay your bond. Okay. So, it's a decision whether you want to hear it.
Stainless Silk is in hospital, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, we'll reset Ms. Self. I know she's another one of the cases that you had probable cause challenge to, but she does have an out on bond case anyway, so. All right, please tell me your name.
Stephen Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith, you're here in 2018 CF 18080AO. You were arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear at your jury trial conference or jury trial
It was
on
fun.
May 22nd, 2019. The judge revoked your release and set your bond at none. Does he have the PD? And you
He does, Your Honor. They filed a motion to quash the KPS on Friday, I believe. And this was due to the fact that he was given 2 days to drive from Chicago to Florida.
Okay,
He was
well,
picked
I
up,
can't
yeah.
do anything about the KPS, so y'all can have that, I mean, it's a moot issue at this point,
At
but
this
you can
point,
file a
yes.
motion for bond based on those same allegations,
I have what
okay,
the
or-
attorney know.
All right, so you have the PD and they can file those motions, all right, sir?
Okay.
Talk to you first,
Let's get to, we're gonna talk about a few things.
but I want to know what's gonna happen. It's my personal life.
All right, please tell me your name.
Diana Valadares.
All right, Ms. Valadares, you're here in 2019 CF 7957AO. You were arrested for tampering with physical evidence and possession of drug paraphernalia. And I'm gonna appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Mr. Jordan, you had a probable cause challenge for
I
count one.
did have a probable cause challenge. I do have case law for count one, tampering with evidence, destruction of evidence.
State is stipulated to count, to no PC for count.
The
Okay,
state
well,
has stipulated.
I understand that, but I have to make the decision, so
I
I'd
understand.
really
Could I
like the case
approach
law.
with,
Sure,
case law?
sure.
And give me a moment to provide copies as well to the state.
Okay, based on the case, Hadaway v. State 171 Southern Third 156 and Costanzo v. State 152 Southern Third 737, I find your argument to be valid, Mr. Jordan, and I do agree with you as to count one. So I'm gonna ROR her on count one. As to count two, I do find the probable cause. And you're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And I am gonna stay the bond at the $100, okay?
Your Honor, would it be possible, and in state, I am asking as well, for an offer to be conveyed today on the possession of paraphernalia?
Well, it still has a felony case number, and so,
That's the problem
but it could be.
right now.
All right, thank you.
Do you need this or anything? Do you want your case law back, Mr. Jordan?
That's fine. I have copies.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Lysander Weaver.
All right, Mr. Weaver. You're here in 2019 CF 7958AO. You're arrested for petty theft, 2 prior convictions. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the public defender's office. You may not go back to 3101 West Princeton Street in Orlando, Florida, that Walmart. You've been trespassed from there, and you cannot go back there by order of the court as well. You may not have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. Your bond is set at $1,000. You're out on bond for petty theft in 2019 CF 6912. Is that a petty, it's a felony? But
It was originally charged as a petty theft retail, but it was
upgraded
filed
to
as a
felony?
felony
Okay.
case.
So
Yes,
I'm
Your Honor.
revoking that and setting that at none. Do you have the PD? on
Yes,
the
Your
Out
Honor.
on bond? Okay.
Oh, I read it.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Amos Calvin Dickey.
All right, Mr. Dickey, you're here in 2019 MO 1077. You were arrested for disorderly conduct. You did not fill out a form for the public defender. Do you want to see if the state has an offer to resolve your case?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Adjudication 4 days.
so it's 4 days and he has 2 days, 2 days in. So I think you might get out tomorrow.
You talk,
That's what corrections is telling me. I think you would get out tomorrow.
Okay.
And I would have to impose court costs. Do you want to accept the offer without a counsel as well?
yes, please.
Okay, have you sign the plea form?
You want to go back?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, do you want to enter a plea of no contest, Mr. Dickey?
Yes,
All right, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
yes, I
Did
did.
you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes,
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
yes.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, this plea will subject you to deportation?
I'm a citizen.
Okay, but you understand that if you're not, it
Yes.
will subject you to deportation? Is that a yes? You're
Yes.
nodding your head, but I need you to
Yes,
say yes.
yes, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
It's okay, I just need an affirmative answer on the record. Okay, I do find a factual basis for you to, for me to accept the plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 4 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by June 3rd, 2020. That gives you a year to pay them off. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one would be appointed for you, okay? Good
Okay.
luck to you.
may be an error in the police report.
For Mr. Roberts?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, let me call the case. All right, Mr. Roberts?
Yes, ma'am.
Jeremy Roberts?
Yes,
All right, Mr. Roberts, you're here in 2019, MM 4643AO. Looks like you were arrested for a violation of a county ordinance, and you did not fill out a form for the Public Defender's Office. Mr. Jordan, did you want to make an argument on his behalf without being appointed, or?
Yes, Your Honor. This should be a county ordinance case. The statute cited in the police report charging document is a statute governed by Florida state statutes that gives guidance as to the enforcement of city ordinance violations. But
Is
the
that the
police.
same one that we looked at the other
Exactly,
day?
but this time, it is. But this time, the police officer does list
The correct statute?
the correct statute in his
Or
police report.
ordinance?
Yes.
So you're just saying it should be a CO case versus
Yes,
an
I don't
MM
believe,
case?
right, and it should be a M2. So I'm not sure if that changes the bond given,
Well,
but
he may want to resolve the case today.
I do.
So, let's see. If that's the case, I don't think it's really that much of a issue.
it is not, which is why I did not put
Okay.
it down as one of the cases I
Alright.
had issues with.
Ms. Kennedy Swanson, is there an offer for Mr. Roberts?
Adjudication 4As.
So you have 2 days in, and I think you would get out tomorrow. Mr. Roberts, if you wanted to accept the offer, and then I'd have to impose court costs. Really digging into these ordinances, Mr. Jordan.
This time, the officer
Yeah.
did list it, so
Yeah.
I counted it up to Scrivener's error, rather than getting it completely wrong.
All right, Mr. Roberts, did you want to enter a plea of no contest?
Yeah.
All right, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom? Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yeah.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea? Is that, you gotta speak up, because
Yeah,
you're on
yes,
the
I do.
record. All right. Are you on probation anywhere?
No.
Do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, this plea will subject you to deportation?
I do.
All right, I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit for you to plead to the offense. I am gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 4 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you to pay those by June 3rd, 2020, and it gives you a year to pay them off. If you wanna appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one would be appointed for you, okay? Good luck to you. All right, please tell me your name, sir. You Mr. Caldwell? Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you gotta speak up, or I'm just not gonna call your case.
Yes, ma'am.
You're here in 2019 MM 4645AO. You're arrested for resisting an officer without violence and petty theft. I do find probable cause. You did not fill out a form for the Public Defender's Office. Did you want to see if the state has an offer for you? I don't know if they would or not.
They do not, we don't have
Okay.
an offer, Your Honor.
So the state does not have an offer for you to resolve your case today. So I'm gonna order again that you're not to return back to 55 West Church Street, anywhere there, specifically the Artisan Table Restaurant, and you're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in that case. And I am gonna stay the bond at 500 on count 1 and 100 on count 2. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the public defender?
How many days?
It's
They
not,
don't
there is no offer. So, do you want me to see if you qualify for the public defender?
Yeah.
All right. Do you work?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how much do you make? Do you make per week, bi-weekly, or monthly?
Day.
Sorry?
By day.
Okay, and so what do you make on average?
24.
Do you work every day? Every day?
Yes, ma'am.
Make $25 a day, every day. 30 to 31 days a week.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
How much does that add up to? He said he makes $25 a day, every day, that he works every day. Huh? Okay, I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Those are your conditions of release. I told them to you, don't go back there. Huh? He said 25, he makes $25 a day, every day, for 30, like for 30 to 31 days. I'm like, I'm not good at math.
We went to law school, Your Honor. We don't know how to do
I
math.
don't know how to do math. I count on my fingers still. Okay, please tell me your name, sir.
It's Sean Hutchison, Your
All
Honor.
right, Mr. Hutchison. You're here in 2019 MM 4641AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause. I'm gonna appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Hutchison? If he wanted to
Sorry.
no, sorry.
Adjudication, credit for time served, no return.
So it's 2 days credit for time served, and you can't go back to Universal Studios or any Universal property.
It is credit time served, 2 days?
2 days.
Yes.
All right, so credit for time served offer, and I'd have to impose court costs. So you either, I can give you the bond, or you can take the offer.
Absolutely.
Your Honor, after speaking with my client, he does wish to enter a plea of no contest and accept the state's offer.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Hutchison, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand everything that's contained within the plea form?
Yes.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you on probation anywhere?
No.
Okay, and you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, this plea will subject you to deportation?
I'm sorry.
If you're
couldn't
not a U.S. citizen, this plea will subject you to deportation.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm
Okay.
a citizen.
All right. And I do find a factual basis for you to enter the plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. You can't go back to that Universal Studios at 6000 Universal Boulevard in Orlando, Florida, okay? Don't go back there. You've been trespassed. And I have to impose court costs. I'm going to order you pay those by June 3rd, 2020. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one would be appointed for you. Okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck to you. All right, please tell me your name.
Raymond Rinkowitz.
All All right, sir, you were picked up on an out-of-county warrant. Out of Palm Beach County. And it looks like the judge in that case set your bond at $3,000. So if you can bond out, you can bond out. If you can't, Palm Beach has 72 hours to come and pick you up. That does not include the weekends, but I don't think that would make any difference at this point, because it's Monday, okay?
I can bond out right now if I want
If
to.
you can bond out, you can bond out. You have a bond, it's
If they don't come get me
$3,000.
within them 72 hours, y'all gotta release me.
No, you come back before me, and then we make a decision, okay? It's actually only the admin order that states that, not a statute.
I think the statute says you can hold them for a
Reasonable amount of time, yep. There's no specific time. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Sure, your name?
Are you Mr. Berkey?
Stephen Berkey, no,
Okay. And then I know you, we'll reset him, but you had PC challenge as to count two.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so
The
we'll
state was gonna stipulate.
yeah, I looked at it as well, and,
It also looks like there was they followed the bond schedule for burglary of a structure of a felony in the second degree rather than a felony
all
in the
right,
third degree.
we'll
But that
revisit
is
it
as a reset.
when he's reset.
Did we do?
Okay, so we were set Mr. Berkey. Looks like he's been reset before, but we'll give it a go one more time. All right, are you Mr. Sharon? Yes?
Yep.
Okay. All right, sir, you're here in 2019 CF 7930, and you were arrested for trespass on a designated construction site and soliciting without a permit. I do find probable cause. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Can I ask you a question, Your Honor?
Just don't talk about the facts of your case, okay?
I'm not.
You ask Mr. Jordan first, because he may be able to answer that for you.
Like a 45.
All right, Mr. Sharon. You can't go back to that construction site, okay?
Okay.
And you can't have any contact with any of the listed victims or any witnesses. But I am gonna reduce your bond.
All right.
On count one, I'm gonna reduce it to $250, and then I'm gonna ROR you on count two, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
You appoint the public defender?
I did.
Okay, thank you.
I did, right? Yeah, okay. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
My name is Jonathan Zalonis.
All right. All right, sir, you're here in 2019 CF 7931AO. You as well were arrested for trespass on a designated construction site and soliciting without a permit. I do find probable cause. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Again, you can't go back to that construction site, okay? You can't have any contact with any of the listed victims or witnesses in the case. I mean, you can have contact with the other gentleman, okay?
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna reduce your bond to $250 on count one, and I'm gonna ROR you as well on count two, okay?
Okay.
Don't go back there.
I won't.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What would that mean? You're going to Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Okay. So we have a couple of motions. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Larry Nivens.
All right, Mr. Nivens, you're here in 2019. MM 4232AO, and your attorneys have filed a motion for non-monetary release conditions. Just pull up your case.
Yes,
So you were arrested on 5/18 for possession of drug paraphernalia. And your bond was stayed at $500. Mr. Jordan, your motion.
Your Honor, this is a non-violent misdemeanor offense. My client,
Nevins?
Yeah.
Nivens.
State has no objection.
Yeah.
This is a non-violent offense. He's an indigent individual. He's unable to afford the bond currently set in this case. I would ask that, because the state has also not made a charging decision, that he be released and he agrees to comply with all court orders as well as return to court if charges are filed in this case.
Okay, Mr. Nivens, where are you gonna live?
At 7393 Grand Avenue with my girlfriend.
Okay, and you have a way to get to court?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you're gonna work at, your painter?
Finishing systems.
Okay, all
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
I'm gonna grant your motion. Make sure that the Office of the Public Defender has a way of getting in touch with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And that you do not, if you move or you leave that location, you need to let them know so that they can get in touch with you. I don't see a phone number here and I don't know. Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am, I
just
got a
make
cell
sure
phone.
that they're able to send you any documentation for any court dates if the state does charge, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't come back and get arrested again either, okay?
I'm sorry?
If you come back and get arrested again, your bond can get revoked,
no.
so,
It
okay,
ain't
or
that.
you're released, okay?
I'm too cold and too hungry. I'm not
All
coming
right,
back.
well, I'm just letting you know.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is Mr. Rule coming?
He's downtown Fort
Okay.
Yeah, I did note that.
And so, Mr. Jordan, I just want to address, I know you don't file these, but I just want to address the motion really quickly. It's an amended motion for conditional release.
Yes.
And it's like, all the case numbers that they list in here have all been closed out. There's a lot of other cases that he's on conditional release for that are not even listed in here. They don't even talk about, that Dr. Burns was actually appointed recently in another case, by Judge Johnson to do a second evaluation. Dr. Tate's evaluation's really old. I have one from 2017, and I think there might have been an updated one in October of 2018, so that's stale. But Burns has been appointed to do another evaluation. It looks like there's a status on July 1st in 17 MM 6641. I think that's Judge Johnson's case. There's case numbers in here that are incorrect that I had to go digging for, but come to find out, they're all closed cases. So you might want to get with the attorney who filed her amended motion, because it's just, there's a lot wrong with it. All right, there's like 4 cases that are pending that aren't even listed in it, and the ones that are closed are listed in it. It made no sense to me.
Yes.
So I know it's not your motion, but you have to argue it, so I thought I'd let you know that. Do you want to just reset it whenever he's back, or reset it for tomorrow?
We could reset it for tomorrow, Your Honor.
Because
if
it's
he is
probably
back.
gonna have to be an amended, second amended motion, if you want me to make any.
I will speak with the attorney and hopefully we can get something sent out quickly.
Okay, because like I said, there's at least 4 other cases that aren't even listed.
I would, because of that, I would ask, and also given the fact that we're getting a bit late today already, for 2 additional days, could we reset this for
Okay,
2 days from now?
We'll just reset it with the JA, and it'll get reset back on the docket, okay?
That would be
Okay.
acceptable, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Okay. And we ready for the 33-day motions?
We are.
Okay. 2019 CF 6072 AO Michael Torres Hernandez.
To be granted the state file notice of non-filing before the 33rd day on 5/31.
Okay, that will be granted. 2019 CF 6245 Jimmy Calvin Edwards.
That should be granted the state file notice of non-filing before the 33rd day on 5/31.
That will be granted. 2019 CF 6246 AO Mark Donald Deckel.
That should be granted the state file notice of non-filing before the 33rd day,
That will be granted.
What day was it from?
5/31.
2019 CF 6233 AO Cameron Blake Gray.
That should be granted the state file notice of non-filing before the 33rd day on 5/31.
That will be granted. 2019 MM 3574 Julio Hiram Castro Phoebus.
That should be granted the state file notice of non-filing before the 33rd day on 5/31.
That will be granted. 2019 MO 813 AO Michael Wilson.
This is a city case, Your Honor.
Yeah, I saw that, so that will have to be noticed to the right party. So I'll take no action on that. 2019 CF 6059 AO Julio Hiram Castro Phoebus.
That should be granted the state file notice of non-filing before the 33rd day on 5/31.
That will be granted. 2019 CF 6247 AO Henry Raymond.
That should be denied the state filing information and a request to transfer from felony to misdemeanor on 5/31.
That will be denied. 2019 CF 6268 LaChristopher Antoine Smith.
That should be granted the state file notice of non-filing before the 33rd day on 5/31.
That will be granted. Alright.
Could I request the case number for the transferred case for Raymond Hendry?
You want the misdemeanor transfer number?
Yes.
We don't have that yet.
Okay.
So when we file it, they have to then give another number.
All right. Don't worry about it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right. Anything else until we're back and we'll go off the record.